wanted.
I hear the voices inside my head, the voices behind the wall, uplifting the underdog, we fighting above the law.
Hello, everyone. Let's see. Hey, Mallory. Hey, Punksy. Cotton Candy Boobs. Pointer Lover. Hello, Amy. All right, we're hopping in the truck. I'll turn camera on in a minute here. We're going to lose Wi-Fi for a second. So if we cut out for a minute, no big deal. But we're going to drive around. I want to grab the poster.
Okay.
I'm going to grab the poster. Okay. We're going to drive around. Bullhorn Betty! Oh, you guys, she'll be a special guest tomorrow night. But I'm going to drive around. I'm going to let you talk to Mr.Cher I. I'm going to go grab her poster in case we run into anyone. I can show her face and ask people about it. But yeah, we're going to be doing a lot more with this case. Let me see the camera here. It's on front. Okay. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go post her picture. Thank you for that, Denise or Bercy. Thank you for that. And I've asked Bullhorn Betty also to take hold of this case. And it's good we're able to be boots on the ground here. This is a local case right down the road from us. And a lot of y'all are newer to this, but we tried to cover this last year, but someone was trying to ruin that, for their supposed best friend. But we'll get into all that. Okay, here's Mr.Cher. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab her poster. You need anything, baby?
Nope. Run! Hello, everybody. So I'll give a quick rundown for those of you who don't know about Courtney Struble. So it wasn't a very popular case. Girl was just a teenager. She vanished. I believe it was, oh God, I can't remember the date. Bill will tell you that. But yeah, I think she was 13 or 14. And police treated it as a runaway for months. And then finally upgraded to missing person, and now it's a homicide. They're labeling it as a homicide. So, and unfortunately, law enforcement isn't doing anything with the case. They aren't re-interviewing anybody. They aren't doing anything. So this case will never get solved unless somebody does something. Hello, everybody. What day did she go missing?
July 9th.
July 9th.
2004. Okay. So, Mr. Struble, Mark Struble, is pretty excited that we're going to be continuing on with this. Like a lot of you know, we've been in touch with pretty much everybody. So, the poster here, now I've seen conflicting stories now. Even just rereading everything today, there is conflicting stories on even what she was last seen in, which is ridiculous. So this was handled wrong from the beginning. When I found the case, so here's a quick rundown that you'll find online. There's not a lot. Her case did not take off at all. So what you'll find online is that July 9th, 2004, Courtney Struble disappeared. You'll see conflicting reports from anywhere between 11 p.m. and 1:30 a.m. We may lose Wi-Fi off Highway 39 and Woodlawn Avenue in Estevan, Saskatchewan. She was wearing a gray hoodie, blue jeans, and running shoes. So, and her birthday is November 22nd, 1990. I believe she is a Scorpio. So first, we're going to bring you guys to where it's reported that she was last seen. So again, okay, the way that it's online and the story goes, and then I'll give you what we found out digging into this case. July 9th, 2004, between 11 p.m. and 1:30 a.m., she was leaving the veterinary hospital, which was owned, and the town vet was so loved by everyone, all the locals and everything. And his name was Dr. Neil Howard. And he had 4 kids, 2 of which are go into the story, because one of which, Sam Howard, was Courtney Struble's boyfriend at the time. The night she went missing, she was hanging out with her boyfriend, Sam Howard, at the veterinary clinic, because that's where, you know, dad and mom owned it, and apparently that was the hangout after hours for the sons and friends. That's a known thing. Locals have even stopped us and even talked about that. And it said that her boyfriend was so tired and he fell asleep, and Courtney was going to walk home. Apparently, Sam's older brother, Thomas Howard, had stopped Courtney and offered her a ride home. We do not know for sure if he offered her a ride home, like from the vet clinic there, which we'll go to. But first, we're going to go to where she was supposedly last seen on CCTV camera. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You guys know what I'm trying to say. So we're going to go to that location that it's reported she was last seen. So we don't know if Sam's older brother, Thomas, offered Courtney a ride from the clinic, or if he saw Courtney walking down the road somewhere and pulled over on his way home and offered her a ride, to which apparently she denied the ride with Sam's older brother. That's what's reported from Sam, from all of the friend group that was with Courtney prior to her disappearance. All say the same thing. So we got her boyfriend and brothers and brother actually placing themselves as being the last to see her before she mysteriously disappeared without a trace. Another case like that. So now, hey, Zena. Sorry, the sun is shining in. Not really looking at chat. So now we get to digging in this. I'll look at chat in a minute, guys. So then when we get to digging in this, we find out all kinds of things. And I was promised if we were to get new information or things didn't match what was said back in 2004, like all of these years, I was told by the agent that they would pull people back in for questioning and stuff. That has not happened, and we absolutely blew open new leads and things, but it's like, it's such a mess, you guys, such a mess. So yeah, I'm not sure about the brothers. So this is where she was last. Okay, so we're gonna turn the camera on. So we are at the spot. You're on your end? Awesome. It's Nova Scotia already? Yes, do. We're going to print out a bunch of posters for Courtney we're gonna drop them off on the way to and from seeing Papa Cher, and we're also going to hang with Courtney Poster's Summer as well, because it can't hurt if she got abducted by a trucker or something. Summer, it's very possible that she's somewhere in Canada. So I mean, it doesn't hurt to post both pictures, Courtney and Summer, anywhere that we stop on the way to see Papa Cher. So. Hi, everyone coming in. It's a little hard to see chat, so just bear with us. We wanted to bring you, so this is where it is reported. Where are we from the animal hospital?
Okay, so this road here is the road they mentioned. This is on.
This is where she was last seen.
Yeah, that's over to the left of Greenwoods, I think. It was that way.
Yeah, we'll go to
So she would likely, if she was walking, the theory was she would just cut across. I don't, because at night this is pitch black. There's no street lights over here. Like walking through here, it's pitch black. And in the middle of the night, she wouldn't be walking through here. You wouldn't be able to see what the hell you were doing.
no street lights over here.
Yeah, like once you get to this street, there are. But going across this field and stuff, there's nothing. So I can't see her walking like that. Her friends that said that they used to walk around, they would always take the streets. So why they mentioned this road is beyond me. And
Right.
Because she was last seen at the vet clinic.
Right. So who brought up, is this where Tom, the boyfriend's older brother, did he spot her over here? And is this where he offered the ride for Courtney?
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't even know how it's mentioned, but it's this, that's on her missing persons poster, is that she was seen here last. You're gonna see conflicting reports online anywhere between 11 p.m. and 1:30 a.m.
Yeah, so I have no idea. Of course, we got a sign here saying unstable ground.
Right.
It's weird. But I don't even know. I don't think, like, from here, I don't think you drive down here and get to the vet clinic. I think you gotta go back up through town. But walking, you can maybe do it.
We've been down here once before, haven't we?
Yep. This is where we saw those deer. Yeah.
Now, if you guys see the surrounding area, there is a lot of places that are, I'm not sure what all was dug up then, but there's a lot of places, you know, because they got the mining, the oils all around here. They've got like quarries all dug up everywhere, all throughout Estevan. And I'm sure that was always like that around this area. So unfortunately, it's different outside than like where Summer is, but it's also the same as a needle in a haystack on trying to find a 13-year-old girl. And they do say that they're looking for a body. They are saying that she was met with foul play and that they are looking for Courtney's body somewhere in Estevan, is what our CMP says. Now, the thing with Courtney, it was mishandled all along. She was just labeled as a troubled runaway because she has ran away a couple times as a 13-year-old girl with divorcing parents and in a troubled past would do. And so they just considered her for the first 7 months as a runaway. They didn't have her listed as missing or anything until 6 to 7 months after. And then she was reported as a missing child. And then just 2 years ago, she's finally reported as they do believe they're looking for remains of Courtney somewhere in Estevan. Someone knows something. So again, this was mishandled. A 13-year-old girl. where at that time there's a lot of truckers in and out, the oil boom, and people in and out. Around that time, I think, was there a carnival in town, or that might have been the month after, but still, there's a lot of people in and out in this area, and we're only 20 minutes from the border where the truckers all come and go. So where should we go to? Should we go to the vet clinic?
We can drive down here and see if there's a road to get to the vet clinic.
Okay.
But if not, we'll just have to go further and through town and come back around.
Hi everyone. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you guys because the sun is glaring off the phone. It's kind of hard to see, and we want to make sure. If you guys have any questions, we will try to answer from our knowledge and our investigations how we can. We're kind of just gonna start over and not try to. We're going to try and be as unbiased as we can because there's some of you who don't know this story. And also I've asked other creators to help do what they can with this case. I invited Bullhorn Betty here. I was like, you can come stay with us. Like, come help me. Let's do something. Let's rattle these cages, you know? So, and again, Mark Struble is very inviting of, but it doesn't seem. I did, Zena, by the way, reach out to Thomas and Sam today. I was like, do you guys just want to talk to me personally instead of having Nicole do all the talking for you? So, yeah, but I want to try and, you know, not put, I'm pretty biased at this point. I feel like I know exactly who should be investigated. But for the new people coming in, I don't want to, what do you say, like dirty your minds. I want you guys to your thoughts. I don't want everyone to say, oh, you're right, Cher. I want people like, well, what about this? I want everyone. Don't worry about, oh, Cher believes this. Maybe I shouldn't point that or this out. Do it, because I want everyone putting their heads together and I want every stone unturned. We got to, just like Summer Wells. So it doesn't matter if you agree with me or not, because I don't know what happened, but I sure as shit want to find out.
Yeah.
I'm from there. I have an idea who. Do you, Giselle? Do you? That's interesting. That is interesting. So, a lot of people do have records minor, so I think they've been sealed. They don't have good records. I'll be completely honest. Courtney's father, Mark Struble, does not have a good record, but it's my opinion anyway that him and his wife didn't have anything. But, you know, it is still possible. And we'll look anywhere. And I think Mark Struble is totally fine with that too. He doesn't, like, even if it brings questions to him that are uncomfortable, he seems very fine with answering those uncomfortable questions. He's just like, let's do this. Let's figure this out. Her best friend was quite suspicious to me when I saw the interview you did with her. Yes, let's talk about that. The best friend who at first and for years kept saying she couldn't remember the last time she saw her best friend, Courtney Struble. And then go to find out that she says with me, she was with Courtney Struble the night she went missing and placed herself. Remember, I got her to admit up to 7:30 p.m. that night, that very night, remember? But she went for over what, we're on year 18 almost. So when I got it, she went almost 17 years trying to act like she can't remember the last time she saw Courtney. Okay. You believe he always was? Yeah. Yeah. Now, it does feel like it was a group of kids that are now all grown with kids of their own. And, you know, a lot of people question the law enforcement and RCMP and the cold case people here. And I spoke with Donna, the like head agent on this case with the cold case. And she she works, you know, and just letting it be cold. I'm just being honest. That's what it feels like, because we dug up more than enough for her to bring in people to question them again, especially the one person, Courtney's supposed best friend. She absolutely should have been brought back in for questioning, and I was promised that that would happen. If we got anything, I was promised that that would happen. Instead, we were told more from, oh yeah, we'll meet with you and interview. Instead, this agent went around and told people that we are just looking to make big money on YouTube from Courtney's case. We ended up paying money out of our own pockets because we didn't make money. I think a lot of you on YouTube that know the YouTube streets know that we did not make any money on Courtney's case, because nobody knows Courtney's case, and that doesn't bring in the views, right? Or the views is what brings in the ad revenue and all of that. So of course, no. There's a police officer sitting on the side of the road. I almost want to go talk to him. Do you know anything about Courtney Struble? Hello, Elizabeth. So we're going to also go to the vet clinic, which was the hangout and the last place that she was watching a movie, and where her boyfriend and her boyfriend's older brother were. And then also right before that, where everyone met up, and it's also the last place where we finally got Nicole to admit that she was with Courtney the night Courtney went missing, which is the Wicklow Teen Center. And then there is, last but not least, there right by there is also Courtney Struble's dad's old house. They were in the middle of moving when Courtney went missing, and so they moved within days of that happening. I think they were evicted. There was an eviction or something. So they haven't been in that house since then. But the house is there because they actually did look at that house and search that house. I think they searched the basement. I think they tore the basement all up and everything too, and ended up searching it. Yeah, so they demolished the house and rebuilt the house, and they searched. They did all kinds of searching in that house, and there was no Courtney there. But the best friend loves to say that she made it home at her dad's, and the dad and the stepmom killed her and done something with her there. So I just don't buy it. That place was searched inside and outside, so I don't buy it. It was knocked down and rebuilt. So here we're pulling up to the vet clinic, which was also the local hangout for his veterinary clinic. And he's apparently buried somewhere over here as well, where he can overlook the clinic, from what we're told.
Well, the cemetery is like behind us, but it's on the other side of the town.
There's someone walking around there. Should ask her. Now, we will be calling and setting something up, because a lot of people had good ideas that maybe they have pictures of what it looked like back then, and all of that. Sorry about that, guys. I booted us out. Were there any drugs missing from the vet clinic? That is a good question. Some locals told us that they believe that they were probably messing around with like anesthesia for the animals and stuff, and did something bad. I don't know why kids were allowed to hang out here with that kind of shit here anyway. So this is the vet clinic. This is where Courtney's boyfriend and his family own this. This is where the hangout. And they've got lots of land back here, which we would need permission to go and like actually search around. I mean, the worst we could do is be told to leave, right? So we'll walk around here and kind of see. I don't know if you can see any chat, baby. But yeah,
So remember when I pointed out those big grain bins?
yeah.
That's where they are. So yeah, right on the other side over there, that's the road we were on. There's a road here, but it dead ends at the tracks. But she might conceivably walk that way and then go that way towards her house. But it would be literally pitch black. There's nothing over there. We're gonna drive down there too. No, I wasn't even living here at the time. I was in Regina.
Regina. Let's take a walk right this way. If anyone comes here, I'll just say we're
Ooh,
nosy.
Tom, yeah.
Yeah.
We're looking for Courtney Struble. Have you seen her?
Yeah.
This looks like something was
I was
buried here.
just wondering, like, would this be a pit? Now there's word talking about that fire pit, baby.
Yeah, the fire pit. One friend says that it was huge, that they were throwing in pallets and fence posts and everything. And then Nikki, the supposed best friend, sent us a picture of the quote unquote fire pit. It was in someone's backyard. It was a tiny thing.
But here's the other thing, is Nicole had also told us, she was like, oh, whatever, that fire pit doesn't exist that everyone's telling you about. But then the same interview with Nicole that she wanted to do it live so terribly bad. So then she actually tells us, remember why she didn't like Kendra? Well, she can't even hold her liquor to the point where she's almost falling into fire pits and all. So yeah, we didn't invite her a lot. So was there a fire pit that Courtney could have fell in and she was afraid of because it was a deep fire pit? And you're saying that's why she wasn't invited along, because she couldn't hold her alcohol and was almost falling in the fire pits and all? Or is it there really wasn't a fire pit, just a little fire ring? Which one was it? Because you contradict yourself all the time, Nicole, and I know you're watching. Feel free to hit me up because we really want to know. Like I said, I'll be the first person to apologize if I'm wrong. However, there's been a lot of lies and we cannot deny that. There has been. Just even listen to yourself back. There has been. And let's try and make sense of this for the sake of your best friend who's still missing. Next month is 18 years. 18. Your best friend.
Let's go and get in the truck and go down this road here.
You want to?
Yeah.
I just kind of want to peek around there.
All right.
I don't know if you see any fire pit. How long do you think that car's been there? It's all grown up around there.
Probably a couple of years.
Ooh, mosquitoes, they're bad. Huh. Couches.
Like all this around here, you see mounds of rocks and dirt. Like this was filled in at some point. So this
Yeah.
could have been like this obviously wasn't like this in 2004, but like maybe over there where the grass is growing in. But if they're moving pits and burying, which I don't know what else they would do. And it's not like for like people think veterinary, think house pets. No, like these people deal with horses and cows.
Yeah.
So if a cow is sick, it has to be buried.
Right. Okay. And we'll get in touch with the owners of this now to see, do they have the pictures, or can we do a more thorough walk through?
Yeah, maybe they'd have pictures of what it was like when they bought it back then too. That'd be really helpful. It's really hard to know what it looked like 18 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, we're almost 2 decades.
Yeah.
Hey, Kimbers. The truth should never change. And right, exactly. In any case, right? Excuse me. Hello, BJ Marshall. Hello, everyone. Heidi Moon. Yeah, that's a great question, Heidi Moon. Whose parents did you know? Did any parents, did you ever hear anyone gossip? Rattled them cages big time, yes, which we will continue to do. Getting the vibes that people are okay just finger pointing at dad and his wife, and then not wanting anything really done, or people looking, or having, the best friend shit stirring, blaming Courtney's dad for doing something, but then telling her dad and texting him privately, telling him to stop talking to us because we're gonna, we're just worried about money and blah blah blah. If you're so worried and you think that he killed your best friend, why are you texting him to stop talking to us then? You should want him to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just psycho.
Yeah. So it is a theory that they would use these railroad tracks to walk towards her house rather than go back the other way and down across the highway. But like down here, this would be pitch black. There is no lights here.
Right. Right.
Even this structure wasn't here though. Like none of this was here. This is new. Yeah.
Listen, he's tried and dropping the ball for so many in Canada. Yeah, you kind of hear that. Yes, Nicole is sketchy AF. Don't trust her. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's. I hate to say it. She definitely has given some inconsistent stories and statements. Absolutely.
Probably not.
So there was back then a $10,000 reward. And I was calling to see, does the reward still stand? Because if it does still stand, or if they would make it stand again, it would be good to put up a billboard, which I am going to check into, you guys. I'm going to ask, would they be willing to donate a billboard? And if not, I'll see what they're willing to do for prices and see if we can't do a fundraiser, because I'd love to get a billboard right here in Main Street. I just think that is a perfect way to continue to rattle cages, because it'll be like, oh shit, like,
I don't know if they'll be able to see that, but if you look to the right of the house, you see that unstable ground sign?
Yep, so right across there.
That's where we were.
So she would have had to cut over here for to believe that, with no lights at all.
Yeah, it would be absolutely pitch black here. Like I wouldn't walk this at night as an adult just because you can't see where you're walking.
Yeah, and okay, so
Never mind, like over on the other side of that track, it drops.
Yeah, and
we can go look at that right now.
Okay, so not only that, you guys. Yeah, there's no way. So for her boyfriend's older brother to offer her a ride if she was already on the road here, because there's no road here. So he wasn't driving over here and offering her a ride because, again, there's no road, but there is. Oh, there is a pond right there. Do you think that was searched, or is that on private property?
I think that is private property there. I'm not sure.
I wonder.
You got a little thing with benches there.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. But it doesn't make any sense if she would cut, like she'd have to go over there.
Yeah. So we should go there one day and ask them, because it definitely looks like, because all the red there, it looks like it's owned by them. So whatever this is, and ask them, was it ever searched in here, in that little pond there? If she did cut this way and somebody done something, I hate to say it, I don't get good vibes like the older brother. Did she deny the ride? Because did she deny the ride because she was uncomfortable with Thomas? I don't know, but it's definitely something I wonder. Why was she uncomfortable with Thomas?
Yeah, there's something hinky about the ride offering.
There is something weird about it. Yeah. So
Because of the space.
right.
He wouldn't have been driving. No.
That's what I said. There's no road, so where would he have driven and asked her, does she want to ride?
That's center.
Yeah.
That's like right there.
A dirt road. Yeah, it says we mean business, and we are going to have this in. RCMP says they seem to know Courtney's remains are somewhere in this town, and it drives me bonkers to hear law enforcement say that and not be able to find this poor girl so she can be to rest and closure to her family. To know she's somewhere in this very small yet very big town kills me. And where's the bestie at if she's so heartbroken about it? You know what I mean? Like, where's she been at? Yeah, right, Zena. Take a ride in the dark. The only reason you wouldn't accept that is if you're uncomfortable with that guy. And to say, well, maybe her dad wouldn't have liked the guy. She could have been dropped off where dad wouldn't have seen, and she could have walked a couple feet to the house. You know how girls do. And then, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Maybe he followed her and she did get in the car. Anything is possible at this point, because we really don't know. Stir that pot. Oh yeah, we will.
Oh yeah. So that goes down to the training. I mean, these roads I've never explored before. I want to see how this one goes.
So glad we picked this case back up. I'm here for it. That's awesome, Chaos Queen. And I'm at for sure. We cannot remember the they were saying get back into it, and they have their thoughts and theories too. But in case you're listening, hello. We don't remember your names, but hello again. Oh, there's a fire hydrant down there. Interesting. Okay.
Now, years ago, we're right behind KFC here. Right there is KFC. There was a body found back here, but it wasn't Courtney.
Right. It actually was. That was Courtney's cousin, right? Or someone different?
No, that was a different one.
Oh. Let's see. So where to now? The Wicklow?
I want to go back over to that clinic and talk about something.
Oh, okay. Yes, I think her best friend knows more too. I think the whole circle of friends know a lot more. Can't help but think that,
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, babe?
Absolutely, I
cotton candy boots. So back to the vet clinic because Mr. has something else he wants to bring up. See, this is good for us too because we're wherever she is, somewhere in Estevan, we will look everywhere. We will look everywhere. Because, yeah, it's annoying to know everyone believes she's somewhere around here. Oh. I might go. Were these businesses around, babe?
Some. There were businesses around here. Not as many. Okay, so this is the vet clinic.
Yeah.
And according to everyone we've talked to, when they would walk here, they'd walk up this way to the highway. And you could see it where that truck's turning right there. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So if Thomas was going to find her and offer her a ride, it would have to be in this short amount of time.
Right. Right.
Because once she's on the highway, like people are driving by at 80, he's not going to be pulling over.
Yeah.
Or maybe he did.
More likely to get spotted by someone as well.
Yeah,
Have an eyewitness.
But they never, they said they didn't walk on the highway. So they would cross, go to the tracks, and then walk along the tracks up until this intersection up here, and then cut into town the other way. So they'd be walking along these tracks. And then they'd be going down this street. And now we're going like the opposite way of where she was apparently last seen on that poster. So now, I've always said this, you know, when kids, like these were kids, you know, when kids are guilty, like you come home and there's a broken glass on the floor and you know that they broke it. You want them to tell you the truth and they'll say, it was just broken when I got here, or it just fell, Mom, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll give you a little bit, but they won't fully confess to it. That's what it feels like to me.
Right. Right. It does. And Nicole was like cotton lies and she's just trying to cover up. And then now what can I do but let me stir the pot and put my hand in everything. Now also, Nicole's been the mouthpiece for the last 17 years over to the family. Like Mom and Aunt, I talk to her aunt all the time, Mom's sister, and they all are still heartbroken. Even Courtney's dad still heartbroken. But it's weird when you're getting emails that are supposedly from the boys, her boyfriend and the brother, but go to find out it's actually Nicole who's writing the email and pretending to be Courtney's boyfriend from the time. Like, why? Why is she being the person and pretending to be everybody and giving their sides? So that's why I asked Sam today, do you want to talk to me actually yourself, or do you want to continue having Nicole speak for you? Because the locals here that stopped us the other day said that they asked Sam about the email I read on my show, and Sam knew nothing about it. So that's alarming to find out that these people talked to Sam and actually asked him, like, what was up with that email? How come you didn't just, And yeah, Sam told this local that he didn't write that email and had no idea what the person was even talking about. So, and we already knew that Sam didn't write that email. We knew it reading it. We knew that it was very much Nicole.
Which is insane.
That's ridiculous.
Why would someone do that?
You remember that? Yeah, we're going to go right now. We're heading to the Wicklow Center, which is the teen hangout in town where they all met up. We're going to bring you to where they all met up and where we finally got the best friend, Nicole, to admit that she last saw Courtney the night that she went missing. So we're going there right now. And then we'll explain to you what's been said in the little bit of articles that's been covered locally, and then what Nicole ended up telling us. And it wasn't Nicole that busted herself out, by the way. We ended up renting a hotel conference room to interview Courtney's father. And it turns out that the manager to that hotel was Nicole's cousin and said, "Oh, I know that case because my cousin was with her when she went missing." And I was like, "Oh, is your cousin Kendra?" And she said, "No, my cousin is Nicole." And I was like, "Whoa, what?" And so even after hearing that, I remember I was talking to Nicole. "When's the last time you saw Courtney?" "Oh, I don't remember."
Center.
All right, let's park and get out.
It used to be like a little hangout in the basement here.
Yeah.
It's not here anymore.
But this is still the area, so.
Yeah, so this is where the big train used to hang out. Which is kind of a sketchy back alley. But
Oh, it is. Mr.Cher is a better cameraman than me.
yeah, so I'm guessing inside one of these doors, you go down, probably these ones, I'm guessing. I don't even know if we can get in there, but we'll see if it's locked. But yeah, down here somewhere is where the kids used to have a hangout. It was called the Get-Go, I believe. Sorry, I hope you guys can hear that fan super loud. Yeah, this is a bar. Yeah, that's the Wicklow Center. So somewhere, from what we were told, it was in the basement here. So, yeah. It's too bad it's not still open. It'd be nice to go in there and get a feel for what that place was like back then.
So they walked from here. So now it goes that Courtney came here with the girl she was supposed to be spending the night with, Kendra. And they came here. It is said that around 7:30 that night, on July 9th, 7:30 that night, all of the friends group, including Nicole, who now places herself and gave us a recorded statement that she saw Courtney here July 9th at 7:30 p.m. when all of the friend groups broke up. Courtney and Sam walked back to the veterinary clinic where we just were to go watch a movie because Sam was sent to his grandparents for the summer. And so they had decided let's break up or whatever. Sam had just got back a couple days ago. They all met up here. That's when Courtney and Sam decided they wanted to give their relationship, puppy dog love, another go, and decided to walk to the veterinary clinic to go watch a movie together. Same veterinary clinic that's owned by Sam's father and Tom, Sam's older brother, who offered her a ride the night that she was last seen. Now, that very night, Kendra went home. The person who was supposed to be spending the night with Courtney. But again, as you guys know, teenager girls tell parents one thing and, I'm going to be at the goody two-shoe friend's house, but really I'm going to hang out with the group of friends at parties and drinks, and I don't want to tell my strict dad that. So Kendra was used for an alibi so she wouldn't get in trouble with Dad and Melissa. So go to find out. Also, Nicole was here and also went with a different group of friends. I don't remember the name. I remember thinking it was a made-up friend, but apparently this friend really exists. And they all at 7:30, all the friends, Kendra went her way, Nicole and her group of friends went a different way, and then Sam and Courtney went to the vet clinic. So they all broke up these other ways. I think they all went to the vet clinic in part. I don't believe Nicole just went with a group of friends or whatever. But anyways, that's my theory. Now, it started with Nicole saying she couldn't remember the last day or time that she saw her best friend, Courtney Struble. But then with us, we got it nailed down to it was here, 7:30, July 9th. She last saw Courtney Struble, along with the boyfriend and boyfriend's brother. Am I missing anything?
Sounds about right.
So, yeah, there's that. So now we can bring you to the old house that Mark Struble and Courtney used to live in, which is said by the best friends that she made it back there and was never seen again. That's not said by law enforcement. Law enforcement has on this poster that she was last seen where we first took you tonight, where that the sign of the unstable ground was.
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss anything?
No, just keep going, baby.
I'm trying to be as thorough as possible without also giving people ideas. Like, I want everyone to have a brain of their own, because if you don't agree, that's okay. Like, we can have constructive, it's not even criticism. It's putting your heads together to try and find this poor missing girl, which we know we're trying to find her remains. I'll go ask those guys if they know her. We will do that one day where we walk around and we ask people, and we're going to get more of these made and hang them up. We only have this one. Excuse me. Doesn't hurt to ask. Whew. It's hot out there. How far was her house from the clinic? We're going to go there now. I would say like 10 minutes of that. Walking, a little bit longer, but in the car, maybe like 7 minutes.
45 minutes to walk it.
Yeah.
From her house to the vet clinic. Her house isn't too far from this place.
Was it dark at the time? Yes. Ooh. How much has the landscape and the roads changed, babe?
The roads haven't changed much. But out by the vet clinic, like there have been new businesses come in since then. But
and yes, it was dark because the reports say anywhere you'll read online with the couple reports that there are between anywhere between 11 p.m. and like 1:30 a.m. So I would narrow it down even more to like midnight, between midnight and 1:30 in the morning. Amber, hello. Justice for Courtney. Thanks, Zena. I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little bit of pressure because I want to do good. I want to do justice for Courtney, and I also don't like. I want the locals to be happy with what we're doing. I want them to know we're taking this seriously.
yeah, we don't want this all to be for nothing.
No.
We want to find the answers.
Yeah, we do. We want to be useful in this. 18 years next month, Robin. 18 years, July 9th, next month will be 18 years that she has been missing. Zena, I did ask Joy if there was, or Jane, if there was a vigil plan, and she said there is not one.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. There was one, and now there isn't.
She said there was never one. So I don't know if it was other people planning it or what, or if you guys are still planning that, let us know. or if you all want to come down and we should plan a little something there, we'll be there. We're not leaving for like another week after that to go see Papa Cher, so we could absolutely do something. So let's figure that out. Thank you, Gemini. Okay, so here we are, literally right down the road from where we
It was this property here, but this house was built new. The old house was probably something more like this. Small old house, probably not worth renovating. So they just knocked it down and rebuilt. Be careful about what we're filming here.
Yeah.
So yeah, this house didn't exist. It was probably a house kind of like this one. This little guy. And we got the fuzz right across the street. Oh yeah, let's get that shot.
Still missing almost 18 years later. This was right there across the street, her last known residence, her father's place. So we got RCMP right there.
Here's pollinators if you're outside, you ask them. Yeah, two goes down.
Mark Struble.
My mom and dad lived in that house there.
This one here.
Oh,
Oh, the green one there? Okay.
yeah, so right next door. And then so the next house over was the mom, I think.
Yeah, that's the one then.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not familiar. I only get it here. So
Oh, okay. So yeah, you were.
We'll have a hard time finding people around here
Yeah.
at 2004.
The house that was demolished. This girl here was living there back in 2004, and she's been missing since 2004. It said that she did walk home here.
it's funny that my mom never mentioned it.
No.
I mean, my dad's got Alzheimer's now, so he would remember. Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So she was I guess the veterinary clinic used to be the hangout. Her boyfriend at the time's father owned it. Oh no, we're YouTubers. We into
Missing persons, unsolved cases, and things like that.
I'm not familiar at all. I
Okay.
lived in Toronto until 2000.
Okay.
My parents lived. My mom grew up in. They moved back here. You know,
Oh yeah. Let's see. Is that your
probably did. She would have known my mom was in grade 6.
okay?
I
Yeah.
remember mom saying,
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
she was like,
Huh. Yeah, Courtney didn't live here too long before she went missing. I want to say
so
several months.
no idea what happened.
Oh, there's all kinds of ideas. People finger point to dad who lived there with his wife. I think they got evicted or something. They searched it and they didn't find her. But
They didn't keep the house up.
okay.
I remember the house being like. By then,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they say people.
That's what I
Yeah.
was just thinking. I don't know how long they were there before, because there was.
For years before that. So that sounds like, because people said, I won't say right now, but yeah, that doesn't, it's not shocking to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks, sir.
Find out that.
Okay,
That's the way.
he has on side of the paper that they say that it's a basically on one side, and they that those things are somewhere near an Estevan, and somebody knows something.
I'm not sure if someone knows.
Yeah,
And that was, how long was it? 2001?
2004, July 2004.
Because I was here, I'm trying to remember, we were here for Christmas, 2006. So I don't recall how long it's anything. Actually, it's here.
It didn't get a lot of notoriety.
Yeah.
Like I never even heard about it.
Courtney Struble.
Well, that's my sister Patty. She was very close to my mom. And she was
So it would have been her father and her stepmom that lived at the house of Mark Struble and Melissa. Yeah. And apparently a lot of people from what we hear, Melissa was mean or whatnot. So we hear mixed stuff.
small. Where are you from? Are you from here?
I grew up in Latin,
Oh, right, okay.
and this one, she's from, well, all over the place. She's
Minnesota, born in British Columbia, Minnesota.
lived in Toronto,
Yeah.
Ontario. Yeah, so all over the place.
Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah,
Appreciate
that's very
that.
good help anyway.
No,
Good night.
You
you too.
This will
No, that's not surprising because, I mean, at the time, my parents lived in Latin, which is a half hour away, and I was living in Regina. But at the same time, I don't know, it's exactly the same time. There was a girl who was missing in Regina, and that story got a lot of attention. And that was Tamara Keepness. I'm not too sure why her story got so much attention and this one didn't, but well, I think actually, yeah, because Courtney was treated as a runaway for
like 6-7 months.
for months before, so it wouldn't have gotten a lot of media attention.
Right.
So that's probably why. And then once they decided it was a missing person, it wasn't big news anymore because that was months later. So
All hard time understanding. Yeah, sorry. He didn't walk
get
right
too
up.
close.
I don't know why. But yeah, we're nervous, like just filming people. But he didn't live there long enough. But he said he's gonna talk to his mom, so I'm sure I probably bothered that same guy last time we were around here too. But we will. He's gonna talk to his mom. What he said was his mom. It was actually called. They didn't keep their house up good or something like that, and apparently they didn't really like their neighbors. So he didn't really say much because he didn't live there until years after Courtney was missing anyway. So yeah, it sounds like it. One her said it would have been a common route that they took. Yeah. Well, y'all, I wanted to leave this one short with the information because there's other creators I want to help with this, but we're gonna make the next game plan, and yeah, you'll see us rotating between Courtney Struble, Summer Wells, and I still want to dig into more of the Vera Jo Regal case because that is not proper justice. So I want to, as many people, Amber, if you would too, anyone that has a platform, pick this up. If you need us to get you anything or any footage from, locally to help you, we will get that. We do not want, just because we're here local, we're not trying to keep this all to ourselves. We want people to talk about this. I promised everyone that we would get this going on the YouTubes, and it's scares the friend group, which I think is awesome. And the dad is all for it. And, mom and aunt are like, well, we've been doing this for 18 years. There's not really much that, anyone can do to help at this point. And I'm like, yeah, I understand that. You're discouraged after all this time, but rattling cages and keeping her name and face out there is, it is helpful. So, oh, awesome, Amber. Yeah, absolutely. Please take the story and Google her. And like I said, if you need anything, pictures or videos, to go along, we will get that for you. We would really just love everyone possible using the platforms to get Courtney's name and face out there. Unfortunately, it seems like the law enforcement here knows that we are looking for remains, which is terrible, but she deserves closure. And so we want to be able to do that. She's somewhere here and people are lying still after 2 decades. And that is unhealthy as shit. And this has got to stop. And it's terrible to have her face on our fridge or on our wall and know that she's somewhere outside, not laid to rest properly. This beautiful girl. It bothers me. So I know it bothers the family. And how it doesn't bother her best friend, Nicole, just is beyond. So I'm just going to leave that here. And again, hit me up, you guys, if you need anything so that you would like to cover this story. We sure encourage that, and we'll help you guys with whatever you need so that you have visuals to show your people, because it's important. As many people show her face and say her name. And I think Summer Wells would want us to use the energy that we have all gained from talking about her to help bring another girl home to have closure and laid to rest. Anything you'd like to say for tonight, baby?
No, I think pretty much covered it. Yeah, we're not trying to hog this.
No.
If you want to get in on it, we'll help you in any way we can.
We want everyone talking about this as much as possible. So anything you guys need. Courtney Struble will be missing for 18 years next month, July 9th. So if you guys hear anything, or you're local, or you know anything, or you heard anything, or you know someone that knows something or someone, get it to us and we will definitely talk about it. It is disappointing. Yeah, it sure is. All right, guys, we love you, and we will see you tomorrow.
Love.